Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Asselin and I'm here today with my boyfriend, Griffin, who a lot of you all probably know from vlogs and everything. And if you are new here, he's my boyfriend. But today we are doing a very long overdue couples Q&A. But it's not all couple questions, like it's just gonna be our perspective on other things outside of relationships too. I just thought it'd be a fun twist on a normal couples Q&A. But we actually posted that we were gonna film this on...
It was like 2 months ago.
7 weeks ago, so yeah, almost 2 months ago. And we got a lot of responses in my comments as well as my Instagram DMs. And we started filming this, but he had to leave to go to work, so we only got like part of it filmed. And then we meant to just like post it and have like no ending to it, but I accidentally deleted half of the footage, so that's why we're here today. I guess we'll just get started on the questions. We're going to try and answer as many as possible, as briefly as possible, because I know when we were filming it last time, we went off on a lot of tangents and everything, but yeah. We will try and get to as many as we can, especially the ones that y'all seem to want to have answered or questions that got asked pretty frequently. I'm gonna start with the ones on my comments first. So, have you guys ever gotten into a big argument? The answer is yes, but I think all couples do. So
pretty much
it's part of life, but if you just give up in big arguments and don't like work to get through them, then you're like never gonna make it through a relationship. So it's just the harsh truth. How are you guys able to stay connected throughout long distance? Not long distance, the longest we've gone without seeing each other is what, like 3 weeks?
Yeah,
I think over Christmas break. It's not bad, it's just make sure both parties are like making an effort to communicate, whether it's, you know, like texting, FaceTime, calling. We would FaceTime a lot at night and just text as we could through the day. But I think as long as you're both making effort, it's pretty easy to get through. What's your favorite thing about each other?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, Griffin, go first.
Well, that's honestly a hard question. There's not just like, you can't just have one favorite thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, Abby pretty much does anything that you'd ever want your girlfriend or significant other to do for you. Like, she's like almost perfect, because she won't let me say she's perfect. It's just reality.
I'm really not.
But
nobody is.
You are. But I guess my favorite thing about her is probably just being able to talk everything out and not really leaving. Like, we did, like, anytime we go to sleep at night, like I'm at my place, she's at hers, we'll like talk like an argument out or something before we go to bed, pretty much.
It's communicating, not arguing.
Yeah, pretty much.
My favorite thing about Griffin, I just love like how he makes me feel like I'm just like so special. And I don't know, I feel like in previous relationships that was something that was lacking, that I always craved like to have in a relationship. Like, I wanted to feel special, and Griffin goes out of my way to like show me affection and make me feel special. And I used to like not think that like showing affection was really big in relationships and everything, but like now that I have it, I realize like how much of a difference it makes in like how you feel as a person, and just like how he makes me feel when he walks in the room. Like, it's just him and like his personality. The story of how we met and the story of our first kiss together. So
let me just say, it's in the videos.
Yeah, I will link the video, put a card or something of the Vlogmas episode.
Put it right here.
Right there. Of the Vlogmas, well actually it'll probably be in the corner if it's a card, but anyways.
Right there.
It's the Vlogmas episode where we did like a little mini boyfriend tag, and we hardly, well, we knew each other then, but we had only been dating for like what, like 2 months at that point.
Yeah, we're going on 10 months.
Yeah.
23rd.
So it's been a while since we made that, but the story never changed, so it's still accurate. So I will definitely leave that link because it's a longer story, so I'm not going to go back into it. Story of our first kiss. He came over, I think I was making us dinner, right?
I made the move.
And we were in my kitchen, and he just like kissed me. But it was funny because like he had tried to kiss me multiple times before that, and I just like wasn't letting him.
Shade.
I just wasn't letting him because I did not want to be in a relationship at the time, and then I just gave up on that. Have you been this is a YouTube question. Have you been contacted by HelloFresh, Audible, or any other sponsorships that big YouTubers promote? No, I have not. HelloFresh would be cool. I know my roommate and I've always wanted to try it, but at the same time, I hate how every time HelloFresh is doing a campaign, their deadline is the same for like all YouTubers. And I don't know if it's just that every YouTuber I watch does them or what, which like I don't have a problem with watching them, but it's like all of your favorite YouTubers will come out with a video on one day, and you're like, oh heck yeah, I get to like watch all my favorite YouTubers, but then
it's all the same video.
It's all of them promoting HelloFresh, and you're just like, why? How do you manage your schedule between school, a relationship, and everything else? I have such a busy schedule, and
just get your priorities straight.
Yeah, you have to just like prioritize, honestly. Like, you can't just be like screwing around and wasting time. Like, time is so valuable and time is so precious. I'm sure so many of you all will agree with me, especially those of you who are in college and especially those who do YouTube too. It's like everyone needs more than 24 hours in the day. And like, honestly, my thing, I sacrifice a lot of sleep to get what I want done, but I think a lot of times when I'm sacrificing sleep, it's so that I can have more free time and social time. It's not necessarily to get other things done, if that makes sense. Like, I get all of my work done usually, but anytime I want to have like any fun and hang out with friends, or like us do something special or something like that, I'm usually like sacrificing sleep for those things. How did Griffin react to you telling him about being a YouTuber? Was it awkward telling him about being a YouTuber?
I embraced it.
I think, didn't you bring it up before I said anything?
Yeah.
I think he brought it up, so that made it a lot easier. It made it a lot easier for me, because like, he was the one that brought it up because it was on my Instagram, and like, he first contacted me through Instagram, through, you know, like sliding in my DMs or whatever. That wasn't how we met though. You have to go watch that story. And then after we met, he did the sliding in the DMs thing. It wasn't awkward at all. Like, and that's another thing I love about him, is that he supports me like in that, and I don't know, it wasn't awkward at all. I really should not be wearing blue. I'm like blending with these curtains. Should I change my shirt?
No.
I feel like I look like I don't even know what.
The cute blacks.
Thanks. This question's kind of similar to what I just answered, but I was just saying, is it hard finding time to be with your boyfriend along with everything else that's going on?
I'm over here every day.
Yeah, he comes over all the time, like literally just make an effort to see each other, and like, you don't have to be doing something with your significant other to be hanging out with them. Like, we will do our own thing but be in each other's presence, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be editing and he'll be studying, or he'll be watching Netflix and I'll be editing. Like, we can do different things but be together, and that's just like a big part of, you know, like making time.
You could base off this week.
Yeah.
You were doing like decorating your room.
Yeah.
I was in here watching Netflix.
Yeah, like just doing anything together, like even just eating, or like if you want to cook dinner, then ask the other person over for dinner, you know? What was your first impressions of each other? And did you both fall for each other at the same time, or did one person have a crush on the other first? I will say that he was definitely like the one with a crush first, I would say, just because he was
She thought I was ugly.
No, he was persistent in pursuing me, and I just like wasn't wanting a relationship. But then once I kind of let go of like resisting something that I was wanting, just because I thought I didn't want to be in a relationship, it was equal, and I don't know. My first impression of Griffin though, the night I met him, I honestly just thought he was just like, you know, another guy just like trying to talk to a girl, and I was just kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. But then like, once I got to know him and actually hung out with him the first time, I was like, wow, okay.
First time we talked for like 4 hours.
I know, like if I can sit down and talk to you for multiple hours, like without it being awkward and without like taking a break and like always having a conversation, then there's definitely something special there, so.
I walked out and I saw a beautiful girl, and I was like, yeah, I am. So like what she said, it makes sense. Like, I'm just another guy at that point. Like, we didn't know each other, but I was like, wow, she's beautiful. I'm gonna go talk to her. And yeah.
Cool. Brittany, one of my friends from high school, she said, how did you decide whether to live in a dorm or apartment freshman year? So everyone at Alabama, your first year, and I think in a lot of schools you're required to live in a dorm. You can get exempt from that and live in an apartment if you like have a reason to or whatever, and it's not that hard to do that. But I think living in a dorm is definitely the way to go.
It's a way to meet people.
Yeah, it's how you meet people.
Build relationships with a bunch of people that you wouldn't ever meet if you had an apartment, because it's more compact, everybody's together. Yeah. Is your relationship part of the reason you want to live in Texas in the future? I know it's not the whole reason, just to know if he affected your choice at all. Love you in your videos. Thanks, love you too. Definitely, I'm not going to deny and say it's not part of the reason, and that's if he wants to go back to Texas. If he doesn't, then like we'll figure it out. It is hot. But I think I've always loved Texas. Like, I have a ton of family in Texas, so I've been there plenty of times prior to meeting him. And I love that it's like southern, but it also has big cities that don't feel so southern, you know, because like when you're in the South, you can't really escape that southern feeling. But I feel like in Texas, if you just go to Austin, Dallas, or downtown Houston, like you feel like Houston is not southern, really.
Yeah, it's not like it's very like there's a lot of different culture, especially in Austin. Like, there's so much to do everywhere in Texas. Like, it's awesome. And I also love that there's no state income tax, and that there's really awesome in-state schools. So like in the future when I have kids, that's an awesome plus to have really good in-state schools. And I also love that the cost of living is low, because I'm from a place where the cost of living is literally through the roof, so I like that. 3 main things you guys want to accomplish together. For me, I would say just always growing in our relationship. I don't know how to word it. Never like going backwards or staying stagnant, you know, like staying stagnant's okay sometimes, but you know, like always working to be better. Yeah. And definitely want to travel with him a lot. I think that'd be a lot of fun, because we haven't really gotten, like, we got to go to Cabo with your family, and that was absolutely amazing, and I'd love to do more stuff like that with you, even if it's not an extravagant trip, like even just little road trips or something. Yeah. And then I'd say eventually one day just building a life together, full of love and happiness. What about you?
Me, Abby's line. Cool.
Story of your first date. What was your first date?
We've been on a lot of dates.
I know, it's another thing. What had it been?
It was rock and roll. Or was it when we were with my parents?
And then we got rock and roll sushi, but we like went and picked it up and brought it back to my place. I guess I would consider that a date.
I'd say the first date was our first study date where we didn't do any studying. We just talked for forever.
Has your family met Griffin? Yes. My brother was the first to meet Griffin, I think, and then it was my mom. And then my dad, he met really just in May, so after a while. What are some of our tips on moving on from a toxic boyfriend/girlfriend? Crazy how much we're like, love your videos. Thanks, girl.
Stay positive and
my Alexa's talking.
Pretty much just stay positive and just kind of like be around people who understand you and can talk, that you can talk to, and they can actually feel what you're saying and stuff like that.
Yeah, who listen. And I think moving on from someone that's toxic, like, I think if someone's toxic, you need to like cut it off and like not keep communicating with them, because it's never going to get better. And I just think that cutting it off, surrounding yourself with people who like can help keep you busy and uplift you and keep you in a positive mindset is really important.
Yeah, it's if you're doing anything alone, it's honestly, it's not
just
impossible. It's not impossible, but if you do it alone, you kind of will be distant from a lot of people that you weren't before.
And you'll be more likely to fall back into that toxic relationship if you spend all the time alone. What's our biggest piece of advice for couples, like relationship advice?
I feel like we've talked about that. It's just moving forward always.
And my thing's just like honesty, trust, and communication, like, and respect.
Make your significant other feel like you're actually putting forth effort as well.
Favorite thing about a relationship, my favorite thing is that we can literally be so freaking weird and like just totally like raw, like ourselves, like raw, and like that's really important, because if you're having to like think about things you're saying or doing with your significant other, then you're not able to be yourself, and then you're never truly comfortable, and I feel like you can never reach your like potential happiness in a relationship, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you honestly should always be yourself.
Who said I love you first, and how did that person say it?
I love you. That's not how I said it, but I don't
remember how he first said it. I think it was just like yeah, he would just like I just mumbled it, and she's like, what? And I'm like, what? I didn't say anything. And then when she like would look back on her computer, but it wasn't weird at all. Wink, wink. I know this is in the middle of a video, but do you think me and my boy Cade should make a vlog? Comment down below. They're really funny. I've seen them in vlogs. Like my movie vlog was funny. Any tips about managing school freshman year and time management? We already answered time management, balancing, trying to make friends, also doing well in school, and then tips on eating healthy or working out. So working out, make it a part of your schedule. Get in a routine, like plan it out. Don't just go when you feel like it, like I said earlier.
Don't procrastinate.
Yeah, and then managing school. Yeah.
A lot.
Bad.
You should always just, this year I'm going to, like me and Abby, we already have Wednesday is our set day to go to the library for like 3 hours. Pure grind of all work.
Advice on how to build up your partner, how to make them feel good about themselves while also helping them work on their flaws and continually improving.
I got this. Okay. First thing, you gotta be straight up with them. Mm-hmm. Like I will, if anything is happening, like if Abby's sad, happy, like any type of emotion, I'm always straight up with her. Like no matter what, if she's not telling me something that like she's like, it's like locked down, I'll get it out of her. Like there's no doubt about it.
I think, and he just tells me like you like don't need to hold stuff in, and like that's definitely something I've always had a problem with, so he's helped me like getting that out. And
don't take it to the heart.
Yeah, don't take, he always has to tell me that. Don't take it to the heart.
Just work on it.
Just work on this, you know? And same thing for me with him. Like I think one thing for him is like telling him like, I'm not trying to argue, I'm just trying to communicate, like look at this from my perspective, you know, like that kind of thing. We already talked about how to get over someone who's toxic, but this is how to like break down your walls within you guy after a bad relationship.
Get a sledgehammer.
Did not see that one coming. I was like, okay. But I think
breaking down the walls, get a sledgehammer.
I mean, if you want to be literal, just get a sledgehammer. Okay, so breaking down your walls after a bad relationship, a huge thing. Don't take the way someone else treated you into your next relationship and like treat it as
the same.
Yeah, like if your last partner, like you couldn't like trust them and they gave you trust issues or whatever, don't take those same trust issues to the next person. That's going to be really hard, but you have to talk about it. Like
we talk about it, like it is something that we both have in common, but it's not.
You have to say it straight up. Like don't just like have trust issues and not like tell your partner that you do. Just be like, look, like this happened in my last relationship. Be upfront with them and just be like, I'm going to do my best like not to feel the same way with you, and I'm going to trust you till you give me a reason not to. Like that's just an example, but also
it took us a little time.
Yeah, it took us time, and like don't give up on that. You know,
it takes time for everything. It's not like everything just falls.
If we argue, how do we solve it? We do argue, of course. Like I said earlier, you communicate. You have to listen to what the other person has to say. Like, don't just be one. Don't let one person talk and the other person listen. Like, both people need to talk their feelings out, and both people need to listen and communicate. Do not go to bed until your problem is resolved. Like I told Griffin that I was like, I will never let us go to sleep like being mad at each other. Yeah. We both said that. It was a promise I made to him. I was like, I'm never going to like let us go to bed like being mad at one another. Like we're gonna work things out. So yeah, just you know, like being honest about the problem, actually speaking about the problem and not holding it in, and communicating and listening. This is just asking about how I dealt with adulthood coming at me fast and dealt with all the challenges that come along with that, especially like having a real world job for the summer. How I dealt with it, I really did not deal with it very well, honestly. So I'm not the best person to ask about that. I can tell you what not to do. Like don't just, like you can let yourself be sad that it's happening, but like don't stay sad about it forever. You just kind of have to accept that it's reality, and you have to make the most of the free time you have and make the most of the time at your work as well. I don't know, I think that dealing with all the challenges, you know, like have someone to talk to. Like I would always FaceTime Logan, my best friend at home, talk to her about it, just you know, talk to someone about it and kind of take it day by day. Was I nervous while meeting Griffin's family? Yes. The first night I met his parents, we'd only known each other for like 2 weeks, so I hardly knew him. And I honestly didn't even really want to go. Like I told him I wasn't going to because I thought it was too soon. I didn't really want to meet his parents yet. But then when I did, I was like, I'm stupid. Like they're literally the nicest people ever, and they are like so amazing. After spending the whole summer with them, like they're amazing. I think that there was nothing to be nervous about.
There's more people to talk to, and you get more information about me.
Yep. How do I have so much motivation to do homework in school? This person works full time and does school full time. That's a lot. I'm sorry. I tried to work part time, like an actual like restaurant job while doing school, and I hated it. I just have my end goal in mind, and just knowing like where I want to be motivates me every day.
You should have like you should have your big picture in mind at first, because that will help you get through all the smaller pictures. Like if you have a certain job or occupation in mind, or like how much money you want to make.
Yeah. How difficult is it to find a respectful, ambitious, nice, funny guy in the midst of all the typical college guys?
Don't look. It'll all happen.
Yeah.
Like you won't even notice if you just don't look for a while. Like you'll think it's like this is totally a lie. You'll think that, but if you just don't look, like Abby had no idea I would have been there. Yeah. I had no idea she was gonna be there.
Yeah, I wasn't looking. Like I think that people will show you their true colors whenever you like meet them, talk to them, get to know them or whatever. But I also think that people like can change people both intentionally and unintentionally, or maybe not change them but help other people find themselves. I do think you need to find yourself before you get into a relationship, like know who you are and then find someone else to do that with. But I think that
I don't have. We need to get one of those. That'd be so cool.
That was like such a thing in old days, YouTube. People
yes, that would be so cool though. You had the comment down below if we should get one of those director's cut things.
How do we get past petty debates? Honestly, we end up kind of like laughing out in petty debates. Like we'll like be like
we'll be serious. We'll try to be serious,
and then it just doesn't work. I don't know. This girl is just talking about feeling that she's left out of all her friends because she's like the only virgin left out of all her friends. And I'm just gonna say, like, you do not need to do something just because everyone else is doing it. Like,
don't fall under peer pressure.
Yeah, like just do what you feel is right for you. Like, I'm not someone to judge like what you do or don't do, but I think that you really should not do something just because other people are doing it. It is so easy to fall into peer pressure, but I think that you are entirely up to you and your decisions, and you just need to respect yourself and your own boundaries, and don't let what other people around you are doing influence that.
We will back you up 100%.
Yeah, got you, girl.
On whatever decision you make.
Yeah. Griffin hangs with a group of girls you know are the flirty type. Would you feel insecure? If yes, what would I do?
I think that works both ways, yes.
Yeah, I would feel insecure. Like, my thing is, like, I know all girls will back me up on this 100%. Like, girls know girls' intentions, like other girls' intentions. Like, I know, like, when I meet like one girl, I'm like, oh, this girl like has bad intentions, or she just maybe doesn't have bad intentions, but she
seems sketchy.
Yeah, you just know, like, girls just know. And also, like,
way too cautious.
It would make me insecure, and I would just be like, look, like, I don't feel comfortable with you, like, hanging, like, if it's a group of girls. That's kind of weird if, like, Griffin was just hanging out with her. He hasn't done that, but, like, if it was one girl one-on-one, like, I would just be like, this doesn't make me comfortable, and I hope you would respect me enough to not, you know, like, hang out with this person by yourself or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be one to, like, tell Griffin, like, oh, you can't be friends with this person. I think that just being straight up with him, that it makes me feel uncomfortable, and hoping that he would respect my feelings enough to not do that. Exactly.
I love you.
I love you.
Showing your cheek. Ooh.
So that was it for our Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry it was so long overdue, and we're just now getting to it. But
it was my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was. We just got really busy, but now we're here and we're doing it. So be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.
See ya.